Ever wondered how a colonial policy from over a century ago still shapes Nigeria's politics today? Let's talk about indirect rule and how it deepened ethnic divisions. The British, led by figures like Lord Lugard, introduced a system called indirect rule. The idea was to govern Nigeria through its existing traditional rulers, rather than sending in a ton of British officials. It sounded efficient, but it had some major side effects that created deep-seated mistrust. First, the system wasn't applied equally in northern Nigeria, where there were already powerful emirs and centralized structures. Indirect rule fit in pretty smoothly, but in the south, especially in Igbo communities, society was more decentralized. The British didn't find the same kind of rulers, so they created them. They appointed warrant chiefs, who were often seen as illegitimate puppets of the colonial government. This immediately created resentment and a sense of imbalance between the North and South. Next, this system reinforced social hierarchies. The British empowered certain groups, like the Northern Emirs and some Yoruba chiefs, giving them more authority than they might have had traditionally. This favoritism made it seem like some ethnic groups were more loyal or better at governing than others, which naturally led to competition and suspicion. The British also institutionalized ethnic stereotypes. They had these fixed ideas. Northerners were seen as natural rulers, Westerners as the educated administrators, and Easterners as ambitious traders. These weren't just opinions. They influenced real-world opportunities. Recruitment for the military, civil service, and even business was often based on these stereotypes, creating an environment of rivalry. Then there was the issue of isolation. Each region, north, southeast, and southwest, was governed almost like a separate country. They had different legal systems, different educational policies, and different economic paths. This meant people developed a stronger regional or ethnic identity rather than a shared national one. They weren't encouraged to mix or see themselves as one people. This separation also led to uneven development. Because the North was ruled more indirectly and cheaply, it received less investment in things like education and infrastructure. Meanwhile, the South, particularly with the influence of missionary schools, developed faster. This development gap created long-term economic and social tensions between regions that are still a major factor in Nigerian politics. Finally, it all boils down to a classic divide and rule strategy. By playing ethnic groups against each other, the British made it easier to maintain control. This strategy taught people that loyalty to their ethnic group was the most important thing for getting ahead, whether in politics, business, or social status. So, in short, indirect rule wasn't just a simple administrative tool. It actively deepened ethnic divisions by treating groups differently, elevating some over others, creating harmful stereotypes, and preventing a unified national identity from forming. It's a powerful example of how history continues to shape the present. If you found this explanation helpful, please give this video a like. And don't forget to subscribe for more insights into history and politics. Thanks for watching.